Let's check in on the Comanche Commander. This is a tower that I used to actually love way back in the day because we used to black borders so many of these maps on Chimps mode, but this tower has been getting a lot of changes, and in the recent update it actually got some of its stats reshuffled. So now the idea with Ninja Kiwi is that they want to improve the performance of this tower while it is unbuffed and while it is not reliant on Geraldo's pickles and actually all of Geraldo's buffs, so that it can actually work a little bit better on its own. So even though we still haven't bought the heli, this is a super expensive tower. It's 1.7k for the base tower. I'm gonna start telling you guys about the changes. So let's just see how we're gonna do, by the way, because I have this ninja defending and I'm trying to, we do have the money for the sharp shurikens, by the way, but I'm trying to get Geraldo first because Geraldo is one of the OG towers in buffing the Comanche Commander. So we're gonna have the money. I'm gonna have Geraldo like this so we cover the left side as well. So the first change is that the 4th tier, actually the Comanche defense's mini heli's attack rate got reduced from it says 0.15 to 0.22, but that's essentially a 33% DPS drop. But on the Comanche Commander, actually, they got the heli dart damage back from 2 to 3. So essentially, you know, it kind of compensates, but these other changes are actually a little bit more interesting. So the minis missile damage got increased from 1 to 4, so the missiles do a little bit more damage, but at the cost of a little bit of extra pierce. And in these next few changes is, I think, where you can see what Ninja Kiwi was trying to do with this tower and with the changes, and that is that we have increased ceramic damage on the tier 4 and the tier 5, but we have the damage, the extra damage to Moab class balloons being removed on both the 4th tier and the 5th tier. So essentially what they're trying to do is they're trying to make this tower a little bit better versus ceramics, but it's going to be a little bit, I guess if you want to call it like that, it's going to be a little bit worse versus Moab class balloons. Now the good thing about this tower is that it has the innate Moab shove upgrade in it, so it's going to be able to stall Moab class balloons. The way to properly buff this tower is you want to be probably buying, you know, stuff like damage amplifiers and not, you know, not the alchemist. At least I'm taking the alchemist as an example, although Geraldo works as well. The pickles are absolutely amazing onto the Comanche Commander, but I would, you know, I would also be buying damage amplifiers like the glue storm, like the embrittlement ice, and maybe even the 5th tier snipers. Okay, so let's see how we do on these next rounds. I have a 102 heli. I don't want to buy the pursuit. I'm not sure if I'm ever gonna buy it during this round. I probably will actually, but a little bit later on. I want to get the Moab shove first because we're gonna get the missile, and we do need the missile because round 36 is gonna have these huge waves of pinks. So I feel like that +1 damage is gonna be really nice. It's gonna be AoE damage. That's exactly what I'm going for. But we're also playing Adora's Temple. Now the reason why we're playing Adora's Temple is because I'm just gonna get some extra collectibles. So there's like this collection event ongoing, and this is one of the maps they had. But it's actually a really cool map when you think about it, because what helis don't like is they don't like maps with multiple tracks, right? So if you want a heli, you probably want to use the helis on a map that has like a single track, and you just leave it on pursuit and it's gonna do its thing. But this is a map with 2 tracks. So blues are coming out from 2 sides, and that means that you're either gonna have to micro this thing, or if you buy the pursuit upgrade, the heli is just gonna lose its mind going up and down. So yeah, it should be an interesting run overall, and it's gonna be round 39. So I think that we should be able to deal with these blues. So I'm gonna log the heli in place like this, and something that's really good about this map is that if you leave the heli like this, it's gonna attack onto straight lines, like for example here from the bottom, and then if they go up top as well. So that's gonna be nice, you know, fully using its spears. So maybe we wanna jar of pickles this guy. Let me just kind of use the follow mouse. Let me just have me controlling this thing, and I actually want to pop it in the range of the alchemist because it has a little bit of AoE, and now I feel like, yeah, with the extra damage, yeah, this is gonna be no problem. Yeah, there we go. We delete the Moab, no problem, guys. Come on, this is like a 103 heli getting buffed by an alchemist with a pickle on it, and I haven't given the sharpening stone. Yeah, with the sharpening stone, but yeah, these guys are absolutely amazing. So we're gonna have some ceramics on this round. We still have 2 rounds left of the jar of pickles. We have a lot of rounds left onto the sharpening stone, and then I guess we have just like a 300 alchemist from before, and I don't think that this thing is struggling. And I feel like, guys, Geraldo plus this heli, these guys are like a match made in heaven. So all these Geraldo items, they work really well on the heli. We have the jar of pickles. You have the sharpening stone because they're projectiles. Even once you buy the 5th tier, it's still a sharp projectile. So the sharpening stone actually does work, and you can have it working onto the Comanche Commander, which is insane. If you go for the top crosspat, you can still, you know, compensate with the Callum potion. And then this is kind of a recent change, but if you use the Jerry's Fire potion onto the heli, it's actually gonna follow the heli, and it's not gonna stay around the platform, which happened I think like 2 or 3 updates ago. But these guys, they work so well together. Oh my god, if you're going for the Comanche Commander, you really want to have Geraldo on your team. Okay, so 45 ceramics in a second, followed by normal ceramics. Let's see how we do versus these guys. Maybe I can get the Alchemist to 320 so you can remove the 45 property for some of these guys. I think it's gonna hit like 2 of ceramics, which is completely fine, by the way. It only hit 2, but it's fine. And then let me just kind of move it like this. I'm following the Bloons from the right side, but see, one of the things that we're missing because we don't have the mill crosspath, which is the bigger jets, which adds movement speed to the heli, is, well, it's actually that. It's just the movement speed factor. So it kind of takes a while to, you know, get the heli from the right to the left side. But overall, once we defeated, you know, these ceramic balloons, I feel like we're doing just fine, right? Let me just buy this thing. Let's get the Comanche defense, and also want to get the pursuit. And let's see if they're gonna be able to. Yeah, this is. Oh my god! Look at these guys. They're losing their minds. They don't know where to go. They just go like left and right in this area, but they're not exactly doing damage anywhere. These guys have no idea what they're targeting, but they're just like going after something. And I think we activate panic mode once we see the third Comanche, because the third one activates at 75%. So when a balloon passes 75% of the track, that's when you know that, well, we have to do something about this thing. So I'm just gonna leave these guys on pursuit, and let's see if they're gonna defend the 50s. I feel like they are. I mean, if a round causes an issue, it's probably gonna be this one, right? Because so many mobs and there's so many small balloons. I feel like if they defend this round, we should be completely fine, right? Let me just upgrade the Alchemist, and let me just give these guys the buff just so we make sure that we defend these rounds. And then how are they doing with the Camel? There's 3 rounds left on the Camel, so we should be fine for 59 as well. And okay, so we got 3 helis, which means that something crossed 75% of the track, but I think it might have been a Camel balloon. Okay, so we have round 63 incoming, and the good thing is that we triggered the 3 helis on the previous round, so that means that we're gonna start this round with 3 helis online. And we can use some glues and stuff like that. I could probably, you know, let me just do this. Let me just give it the Jerry's Fire, just because there's some lead balloons. And all of these guys, they still cannot pop lead balloons. I guess the rockets can, but it's just not like 100%. So let's see how we're gonna do. I mean, the Jerry's Fire is not gonna see a lot of uptime either, because the helis just don't know where they're going. Oh my god, they're just moving around the middle. They're just, you know, trying to pop a balloon or 2 from the sides. But how is it working out? This is the last wave. I think they actually have this thing. It was a weird 63, I'm gonna be honest, but they somehow get it done. It's fine. Yes, so 37.8k, we just got the money. We have some ceramics, but thankfully we do get some extra ceramic damage from the latest updates. So ceramics should not be, especially not, you know, these pre-free play ceramics, they should absolutely not be an issue for us. And I think I bugged it out, because you guys see this at the top. What is happening? Why is this heli following my mouse and it's not following everyone else? Oh my god. Okay, so I had to reload the game because that guy was not attacking with the darts. He was only attacking with the missiles. So that meant that we're missing out on a lot of DPS. So I reloaded the game and it seems to be working completely fine now. So I feel like just because we bought the Comanche Commander a little bit earlier, so I'm talking pre-free play, we're not exactly, you know, seeing any problems with anything happening on screen. I mean, they're just destroying 76. This is, by the way, thanks to the extra missile damage that they got. It was plus. It was 10 damage. I feel like it was bonus to ceramics with all these missiles. So yeah, ceramic balloons are absolutely not a problem, and they're just holding the mob class balloons in place. And this is just because, you know, it's pre-free play. So once free play starts, we're probably gonna have to manually micro this thing up until the end of the game, but we're gonna have a lot of money to buy all of our damage amplifiers. So yeah, let's see how that's gonna work out. And 83, this is one of those rounds that might confuse the helis, but they seem to be dealing with them. I feel like the ceramics are strong. They're super ceramics for sure, but they're probably not as strong as they can be, right? Especially not as the guys in the 90s, but we do have 43,000, which is just the amount of money that we need for this guy, for the... Oh, I'm $2,000 off. Again, never mind, but we're gonna get the cripple mob right now. Let me get the shrapnel, and we're just gonna have the money right about now. Let's just get it. Let's just have this guy on what? Close first? I don't know, maybe, you know what, maybe because we're dealing with these ceramic balloons so fast, maybe, is it actually so fast? Like, I don't want to have this guy targeting ceramics. I want him attacking the strong blues, so maybe we need to micro this guy as well, actually. Okay, you know what, let me just keep this guy on strong for a second, then we're gonna see what we can do, but let's buy some other damage amplifiers. So the next one that you want to be buying is the glue storm, but I actually want to cover these sides first. So I want to get embrittlement ice towers. So I'm gonna go like this. Let's just have... Can I fit? I think that we're gonna have the money for 4 of these guys for sure, like, because I want to cover all corners, so that's gonna be number 2. Okay, and there we go. So this is really important because we don't have the MIB village, and these guys have sharp projectiles, which means that they cannot deal with DDTs at all. So what we need to do is we need these guys, the ice towers. This is essentially what I'm banking on. These ice towers essentially deal-leading the DDTs just like that, and then these helis picking it up, but the Creeper Mob is dealing with some of the deities by itself because he has like 280 damage by itself. But it's completely fine because shots like 92 and 95 are going to be a true test for this tower. Oh yes, look at this round. This round is confusing these guys so much. They don't know what they're doing. I feel like I should manually micro these guys. Okay, so let me just have follow mouse. Let's just start with the left side first while the right side is getting kept in place. I think I should be doing some close shenanigans actually. Maybe I set the sniper on close because it's on the left side and it stuns these guys on the left while we're dealing with the helis on the right side. Definitely some interesting things that we can do with this one. But after I buy this thing, we have the money for disembowelment on the bottom. So I'm gonna buy this thing, and actually the next one that I want to buy is gonna be the glue storm. Okay, so let's go like this. Let me just keep these helis on the bottom because 92 has a bunch of 45 mobs and then into a few ZMGs. So let's just keep these helis at the bottom, try to keep the balloons in one place. This mob shove is working overtime. Oh my god, it's so good. And then we have +1 damage going from the embezzlement ice, which is really nice. I mean, that's exactly how you want to be buffing this tower. You know, the alchemist is nice, but I think I mentioned this. It only affects the main tower, overclock as well. So you don't want to be doing that. The way that you want to be buffing these guys is with damage amplifiers, because these guys attack with so many projectiles at once, and every single one of those projectiles is just gonna get buffed from the debuffs. So that's exactly how you want to be doing these things. But let me try and see. Oh no, we're $500 off. Okay, I think that we have this thing versus the. I was thinking of getting the glue strike for these deities, but I think that we do have them, right? So we dealt with the ones at the top. Let's just see how I do with these ones. Yeah, definitely. We're gonna need not even the glue strike. We're gonna need the glue storm for 95 actually, because yeah, these ice towers are just not gonna be enough, I don't think. Right, so 94, a little bit of an issue happening with these later rounds. I don't know. So we're kind of dealt with the guys from coming out from the bottom. I see the ZRNG getting stunned, but I feel like these guys. Oh, these ceramics, they made it all the way around. I see some balloons making it all the way around. Okay, so this might be a little bit of an issue. Yeah, so this sniper should probably be on something like first or what? Let's just switch this guy to first just for a second so he's stopping the mobs. And we do have the glue strike, so I'm actually going to use it. I still haven't got the glue storm, by the way, because we don't have the money for it. And I think I messed up by buying all of these ice towers. I just probably should have went for the glue storm. But I think we still have this thing just because we have Geraldo's Rejuve potion actually. So we're going to be able to reset the cooldowns. So let's just see how we can do. Okay, so let me have these guys locked in place just for a second. So we need to give them this thing. We need to give them camo detection. I'm going to give them Jerry's Fire. We need to give them the sharpening stone, and then we need to give them the jar of pickles, and this is it, guys. So I also think, yeah, we're probably going to use at least one of these Rejuve potions, if not more, but let's see how we're going to do on this round. So let me just have these guys onto follow mouse, and as soon as these deities start appearing, we need to be using these abilities. Okay, so here we go. This is going to be the most important round, by the way. So the guys up top are getting defended. The guys at the bottom are getting stunned. I think I'm going to use this thing, the glue strike, right now, and I'm going to Rejuve it as soon as possible. So let's just keep these helis. Oh no, we need to use one more. They're leaking from the right side, I feel like. Yeah, there we go. Oh, we probably need one more. We definitely need one more glue strike. Let me use it. And how are we doing? I mean, I'm defending the top track, and these guys are coming out of that side. And so we dealt with the deities, but how are the small balloons doing? I feel like these ice towers, yeah, the ice towers are definitely keeping everyone in place. And oh my god, that round was, yeah, exactly. So buying these small ice towers and not buying the glue storm actually, which would have just been like one button and the round is essentially over. Well, not over, but it's just gonna keep affecting all these balloons, no problem. That might have been the round right there, but it was actually kind of fun because we got to use both of the Rejuve potions. But this should be a lesson that we need to get the glue storm as soon as possible, essentially. So yeah, let's try and do that. And you know what? A second thought, we have the money for the glue storm, but let's just not buy it for a second. Let's see how we can do without it, because it's gonna be 45 deities on the next round, and maybe, you know, I was thinking maybe it's a better idea to get a Sabo actually for those guys, because we can't cover all of them with one single glue strike ability. So let me just get a Sabo actually, just to kind of get ready for the next round. We don't have a Rejuve because we wasted both of them on 95, so this round is just gonna have to be it. This is like, I hope the heli survive. That's gonna be it. So I'm gonna need these buffs versus ceramics especially to hold on, and we're gonna have a glue strike ability in a second, so I do intend to use it. So let's use the ability, and we're kind of trying to separate the round, by the way, so you guys can see the entire round from the bottom. Like half of the round is like at the bottom while I'm trying to deal with the guys at the top. And we have the Sabo Ray, but I don't want to be using it. I'm not sure if this damage is enough, guys. Let me just, this guy's on first, which is, I guess, fine. Alright, so one half of the round is done, but these guys made it all the way to the other side. So let me use the glue strike, and how are we doing? We're gonna need, well, oh my god, we're gonna need the sniper to work overtime. Can Geraldo do something about this round? I feel like maybe we should be using Geraldo stuff, because, oh, wait a minute, if we deal with these balloons, we have this one actually. Yes, so there's no more 45s, I don't think. It's these mobs, and then it's fine, it's done. Wait a minute, we might actually have this thing. So if we pop these guys slowly, we have a glue strike incoming. which I don't want to use because we're gonna need it for the next round. So, oh, I really hope these guys hold. I don't want to be using anything from these spells. I know that we have stuff, and I also can't click Geraldo because I'm microing these guys, so I hope that they survive, and I think, oh my god, that was so close, but we actually do get it. Yes, that's very good. Okay, so this is why I wanted to save both of these abilities, because we can just sabo it up. We can wait for all of these deities to come out, and then once they do, we can just use the glue strike. It's gonna affect all of them, and I hope that this is enough, but if it's not, just in case that it's not, we can just buy something from Geraldo's shop, actually, but I feel like it is gonna be enough, right? There we go. There we go. That was so nicely played in these rounds, like 95 and 98. Oh my god, that was so good. And for this one, we can just use the glue strike. We can get so much damage amplified. By the way, let me just check this guy's power. He's at 1.6 million. He is doing amazing. This guy is carrying so much, but I had so much fun playing this thing. Actually, let me just use the sabo in a second, because we did have to micro, and this is kind of, this kind of problem with the helis, that they don't exactly like, these maps with multiple tracks, but it was fun microing this thing and figuring it out. So yeah, but yeah, the Comanche Commander, guys, a very, very nice tower, pairs amazingly with Geraldo, and just this is just the dream combo. This is the dream tower that you want to have if you're running Geraldo. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm gonna see you all in the next one.